Imagine walking into a huddle room, plugging in like exactly one cable, and having this invisible silent director instantly frame your entire team in crystal clear video.
Yeah, no remote controls, no software updates.
Exactly. No frantic searching for the right adapter. Welcome to today's deep dive. We're looking at a piece of hardware that promises exactly that, the Captivate AT-CAP-FC110 4K ePTZ auto-framing camera from HDTVSupply.
Right. It's a bit of a mouthful, but a really fascinating device.
It is. So whether you are outfitting a small corporate meeting space or, prepping for distance learning, or honestly just hate dealing with AV jargon, we're cutting through the tech specs today. We want to show you exactly why this device matters and if it's actually the ultimate huddle room solution.
And looking at the specs, the biggest hurdle this device tackles right out of the gate is just cable clutter.
Oh, definitely.
Because the standard setup usually requires separate power bricks, video outputs, and USB hubs just to get a single call going.
Okay, let's unpack this, because
Sure.
replacing that mess with a single USB-C connection it's a massive upgrade.
It really is.
It handles the video feed, the audio routing, and the power delivery all at the exact same time. It essentially slays the conference room cable spaghetti monster.
Which everyone loves, but, the real draw here isn't just the cabling, it's the lens. What's fascinating here is how it utilizes ePTZ technology.
This stands for electronic pan, tilt, and zoom.
Exactly. Older conference cameras used physical motors to move the lens around, so that meant a lot of slow, whirring, clicking mechanical parts that, frankly, broke down easily.
Right. I've definitely been in meetings where the camera sounds like a robot trying to wake up.
Yeah, exactly. But this camera uses a high-quality 4K CMOS sensor, basically an incredibly sensitive light-gathering chip paired with a massive 110-degree wide horizontal field of view.
Right. And to understand how that works, think of ePTZ like laying a massive high-resolution map on a table and then moving a smaller magnifying glass over it.
Okay, I like that analogy.
Yeah. The camera isn't physically moving at all. It's just digitally cropping a smaller window out of that giant 4K canvas and moving that window around in real time.
And that digital movement powers the auto-framing feature. Instead of statically recording a wide, empty room, the camera's algorithm actually detects up to 6 people in the space.
Wait, so if someone walks in late, what happens?
The software just automatically pulls back the digital window to include them, and if a few people leave, it punches back in to center on whoever's left speaking.
Okay, but let's look at the math there for a second, because if you're listening and thinking, wait, if it's a 4K camera, why does the resolution drop to 1080p when using the ePTZ or auto-framing features?
Yeah, that's a really common question.
It feels like a bit of a bait and switch, right? Like, is that an actual deal breaker for users in a live environment?
Well, it sounds like a compromise on paper, but in reality, 1080p is the ceiling for most live conferencing apps anyway.
Oh, right, like Zoom or Teams.
Exactly. Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Google Meet, they're all compressing your video to 1080p or even like 720p sometimes, just to save bandwidth.
Oh, that makes total sense.
Yeah, so the 4K resolution is fully locked in when you're at the default wide shot. But the moment it digitally punches in, giving you that smart auto-framing, it's still supplying the maximum quality your software can actually broadcast.
So the visual trade-off is incredibly practical. But, tracking movement and framing shots doesn't matter at all if the person standing at the whiteboard sounds like they're trapped in a fish tank.
Bad audio completely ruins a meeting.
It really does. Here's where it gets really interesting. They've paired that wide lens with a built-in 2-microphone array that boasts a 16-foot or roughly 5-meter audio pickup range.
Which completely eliminates the need for those hockey puck microphones scattered all across the conference table.
Finally.
Right. And the integration is engineered to be as frictionless as possible. It uses UVC 1.1 plug-and-play compatibility.
Meaning it just uses the standard video drivers on your laptop.
Exactly. The one's already built into your operating system. You aren't forcing your IT department to approve or install sketchy third-party software just to make the thing run.
Plus, the box includes this adjustable display mounting clip to easily perch it on any monitor and an IR remote with 3 customizable presets. If you want manual control instead of relying on the auto-framing algorithm.
It's all about removing the friction between sitting down and actually starting the meeting.
So what does this all mean? When you look at the $550 price point, this camera acts as a highly efficient, enterprise-grade workhorse.
Oh, absolutely.
And since it's sourced from HDTVSupply, which is a trusted vendor with 25 years of standing in the AD space, It's built to bring high-end directing capabilities into everyday meeting rooms without all that high-end complexity.
It truly automates the physical mechanics of running a meeting, but it leaves you with a deeper question to consider as this tech becomes standard.
What's that?
Well, if we're handing over the directing of our meetings to algorithms that decide who gets framed and who gets centered, will AI ultimately dictate how our professional body language and physical presence are perceived in the corporate world?
Wow. That is definitely something to think about.